Hello.
What's this motherless fuck's name?
Nick DiPaolo. Judge. Speaking of judge, anybody hear them sirens in the back? It's Christmas time in the city. How are you, folks? Great to be with you on a Monday. It's our last week before we break for about a year and a half. Something like that. That's what I do now. I celebrate them all. Kwanzaa, the Jew one. What's it called?
Hanukkah.
Thank you. Jesus. Dallas got one. Hanukkah. And Ramadan. That's one, right? Ramadan's one. I wrap them all into one. It's a nice ball of hate. What's going on? It's Monday. What can I tell you? Ton of football. I think I got AIDS. Something's sucking the life out of me. It's almost what my wife had a year ago at this time, where I had to find her a specialist. I couldn't get out of my own way yesterday. I couldn't get off the frigging. It's some type of. I'm still fucking. I'm going to bring in a sample of my Kleenex from the weekend. It looks like there was an axe murder in my bathroom. There's chunks of blood and scabs everywhere. Pretty gross, folks. Not too sick to fucking cook, though. What the hell did I make? I made, bolognese. We got to do that one. Have we done that one on the Bitch and Kid? Did we do bolognese? We might have.
If not on the show, we did, or you did for us.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Man, oh man. I call it the Italy Sloppy Joe. That's what it looks like, but it, fucking tastes like a USC cheerleader. What? Hello?
Delicious.
Delicious. Goddamn right. And I'm talking about the male ones. And then last night I'm laying there going, I got a sweet tooth, which I never had in my life. I was never a giant dessert guy. Italians aren't big on desserts. But I go, I'm craving that fucking apple cranberry crisp, I think it's called. Emerald Lagasse recipe I've been making for years. And I just happen to have a bag of cranberries and 4 fucking apples that have been sitting in there since the early 40s. Cut the worms out of them, and oh my God, that only had about 6 pounds of white sugar in it, so I'm going to look like Joy Behar next week. Shit and blood. Great football weekend. Had 10 out of the 16 with 2 games to go. There's 2 Monday night games tonight. And let me tell you something about the Buffalo Bills. Watch out. L.A. Rams got this shit together. I was telling Dallas before the show. There's a bunch of teams that are gelling right now. And Detroit's banged up on defense. They got a ton of big guys out on defense. That's why they gave up 45-something points, the Bills. But I thought that would be the Super Bowl. I still think it might be. What the fuck's going on out here?
All day.
All day today?
Yep.
It's Savannah. It's usually pretty calm.
No, this is Garden City.
Well, what am I saying? This is Garden City. Well, it borders Savannah, doesn't it? You're right. This is Garden City. It's so funny they call it. It's just like Jersey's called the Garden State.
Yep.
It smells like a piece of shit on your lip.
Yep.
Same in Garden City here.
Yeah.
There's a mill. It's not a paper mill. It's not a wood mill. It's a
shit mill.
Yeah, it's a shit mill. I was gonna say. I was trying to think of a vagina mill or something, but that's not right. Guys stink too. I know. You see these commercials with this new spray, and there's some black chick. She's about, I'd say, 340 pounds. Little secret, it's just not my arms that stink. Yeah, I know. I've been telling you that for years. I've been called a racist. What's going on? Now they have body shit for, oh yeah, just mask over that.
Yeah.
Let me put out that fucking yeast fire.
Tastes like a crap cobbler.
Dallas just said a crap cobbler. Matter of fact, I made that a couple weeks ago. All right, let's get to it. Fuck this. Fuck that. Why do I keep getting left-wing fucking shit on my X feed? All of a sudden I'll get a stream of left-wing. They have to be bots. They have to be bots because they're saying the most ignorant shit. Trump's a rapist and a felon. Good luck. I mean, just, it's the most trolly shit there is. I wish I knew more about the fucking internet. But I still take the time to reply. And then somebody will go, hey, Nick, relax. It's a parody. I don't give a shit. Somebody like me's reading it, not realizing it. It needs to be said. Are you playing with the sound now? No. That's me. My ears are plugged. Yeah. Let's get on with it. Ay caramba is the first story today. I just grabbed this one just to remind you people of blue cities, especially New York. Remember the ones that open their arms to immigrants and you were a bigot and a racist if you're against all that shit? Yeah, so the crime is through the roof. People are just not talking about it right now. A New York financial consultant and the son of a Florida judge he is, allegedly barged. What do you mean allegedly? We got him on. Can we drop allegedly when he's on fucking tape or video? Can we drop the alleged? Oh, you don't know. Shut it. Into the office. He barged into the office of an Upper East Side. That would be New York City. I lived on the Upper East Side for a year. Optometrist. And he knocked him out cold. Then fled to New Jersey, where he sucker punched two other healthcare workers, breaking one's jaw and nose. I had to do this story because that's even unusual for New York City. I remember a shrink getting killed by one of her patients. But I think we're going to look back on this time and go, remember how it was so bad that people were getting fucking knocked out in their office and shit? This kid's just El Wacko. Here's that's the doctor on the left sitting there, and here's what happened. That's like me after a show. Well, it was a girl. Look at this poor lady. She's just in there to get her eyes checked. She goes, did I see that? Now, I thought the kid that sucker punched the doctor and knocked him out, by the way. Once he came to, he should have stood over the doctor and said, better or worse? How many fingers I got up?
That's what they're doing.
Yeah. Can we show it again? Yeah. That was nasty-ass shit right there. What a fucking coward.
You got knocked the fuck out, man!
What a piece of shit. Anyways, Dr. Ron Goldstein, and we know Jewish doctors are a terror in this country. They need to be put in their... Look at him. He looks like somebody that was on TV. Dr. Ron Goldstein, 63 years old. Tell me I look better than that.
Oh, wait.
Thank you. Not only suffered a bloody head injury requiring 8 stitches, but is dismayed that detectives classified the attack, this is why I did this story, as only a misdemeanor. A decision critics call an attempt to keep New York City crime numbers down. I don't think these are the type of crimes that they omit from the records. Can you fucking imagine? That's a misdemeanor now. But again, I could have done a reverse the races. What if the doctor was black? You know what I mean? It would have been a hanging, capital offense. The NYPD never arrested the disturbed suspect, and you wonder why people are going crazy with crime, who was identified thanks to swift actions by Goldstein's staff and daughter. Goldstein's 25-year-old daughter, Ty, posted the photos in TikTok in a video asking anyone who recognized the suspect to call her or the police. Tipsters identified him as Eric Moneyham. If you wanted a meathead, this kid should have played A.J. Soprano. That's who he looks like. Tipster identified Eric Moneyham, whose LinkedIn profile identifies him as a former consultant at accounting firm KPMG and PricewaterhouseCoopers. After the 1:30 p.m. attack on Goldstein, Moneyham made a beeline to Bergen County, which is Jersey, where he broke into a house in Wyckoff Township at about 4 p.m. Moneyham landed in Bergen County Jail. On October 20th, while undergoing an exam at the Lockups Medical Center in Paramus, he sucker punched a staffer, knocking him to the ground, and pounded him more than 40 times, breaking that guy's nose and jaw. Look at him. You never fucking... says a criminal complaint charging him with aggravated assault.
You're fucking crazy.
Nice little white boy in his tie and his fucking... I just had to show that because now that's a misdemeanor. Well, Bragg is there, and the Dems are running the fucking show. People are sick. Hey, excuse me. DraftKings Casino has everything on your wish list. Exclusive games, huge jackpots, and exciting rewards are all waiting for you. It's an awesome way to spend the holiday season and fill your stocking with cash. Go ahead and try your hand at winning back what you spent on Christmas gifts with DraftKings Casino. DraftKings is offering a warm welcome to new players with $100 instantly in casino credits with just a $10 wager. Plus, everyone can get on the action with a holiday reward every week. So sign up with code NickDipShow, that's one word, because the holiday cheer is here. Only on DraftKings Casino.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. 21 and over. Physically present in Connecticut, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia only. Void in Ontario. Eligibility restrictions apply. New customers only. Opt-in required. Casino credits are non-withdrawable and expire in 168 hours. Terms at casino.draftkings.com/promos.
Are we back? I'm going to bet. I might get on DraftKings, all those. Start loading up. There's some college football coming up. Why can't I get... What's going on here? There's some games. Anyways, you don't want to hear about it. Let's go on to winning 2.0. Remember Trump said years and years ago, you're going to get sick of winning. We're going to win so much. Remember that? Boy, he wasn't shitting. I have never, honestly, it's one thing to be an athlete and predict you're going to win a playoff game or blah, blah, blah. But I mean, since he came down the escalator, he promises his shit and then delivers on it. And yes, he won the second one too. So he's really won 3. If you don't believe me, go fuck yourself. Winning 2.0. This weekend, the legal experts said ABC News anchor, that midget Greek George Stephanopoulos, misrepresented what a jury found in the 2023 civil trial of advice columnist E. Jean Carroll versus Trump. Here's the interview where the Greek midget lied about the Trump charges and cost ABC $15 million. So they settled like over the weekend quietly. Of course, they didn't talk about it on the show and whatnot. But, this guy, I mean, he was like Clinton's right-hand man. I mean, you can't doubt his smarts, but he's a fucking left-wing weasel who's been peddling horseshit on ABC. He used to be on Good Morning America. I mean, he's just he probably still is. I don't even know. Anyways, this is what happened that cost his company. Again, do you know what $15 million is to ABC? It's less than a quarter, I swear, my mother. Let's show the jerk off. It's Nancy Mace, by the way. He's talking to a Republican and she was a rape victim. So here we go.
This morning, and you've endorsed Donald Trump for president. Judges and 2 separate juries have found him liable for rape and for defaming the victim of that rape. How do you square your endorsement of Donald Trump with the testimony we just saw?
Well, I will tell you, I was raped at the age of 16. And any rape victim will tell you, I've lived for 30 years with an incredible amount of shame over being raped. I didn't come forward because of that judgment and shame that I felt. And it's a shame that you will never feel, George. And I'm not going to sit here on your show and be asked.
I thought she was going to go, it's a shame you'll never feel that. That's what I almost thought where she was going. And he'd be like, what do you mean I haven't? The
question meant to shame me about another potential rape victim. I'm not gonna do that.
It's actually not about shaming you. It's a question about Donald Trump.
No, you are shaming me.
You've endorsed Donald Trump for president.
Right.
Donald Trump has been found liable for rape by a jury.
What a slimy
Donald Trump
bastard.
has been found liable for defaming the victim of that rape by a jury.
And you're saying to her, you were raped and you're defending this rapist? You are shaming her, you fucking weaselly cocksucker. Go ahead.
It's been affirmed by a judge.
It was not a criminal court case, number one. Number two, I live with shame. And you're asking me a question about my political choices, trying to shame me as a rape victim, and I find it disgusting. And quite frankly, E. Jean Carroll's comments when she did get the judgment, joking about what she was going to buy, it makes it harder for women to come forward when they make a mockery out of rape, when they joke about it.
Doesn't it make it harder for women to come forward when they are
It makes it harder when other women
candidates?
joke about it, and she's joked about it. I find it offensive. And I also find it offensive that you're trying to shame me with this question.
I'm not trying to shame you.
Are.
In fact,
I have dealt with this for 30 years. You know how hard it was to tell my story 5 years ago when they were doing a fetal heartbeat bill and there were no exceptions for rape, incest, or rape or incest in there?
Right. That's good. Anyways, the jury never said he raped her. I think it was sexual assault back then. Now they use that interchangeably, that phrase. But legally, they never said that. So that's why Trump sued these people, and they ended up settling quietly. You know, he could have been a dick about it. But is there nothing they won't defend or politicize? And if that was a woman, a Democrat woman, and it was being done by, I don't know, pick a news Fox guy, they would have went fucking haywire. Oh, he's such a Weasley little midget. Anyhow, so they have to donate like a million. They're covering his attorney fees. They settle at $15 million, and that goes into like a president's fund. I guess they've been doing that forever. Presidents have a. So anyhow, he quietly won that one, winning again. I didn't tell him about it. Probably the biggest one the president's ever got. That's what it's saying. Anyway. Let's move on, shall we? Drone mystery continues. Federal officials are set to deploy a high-tech drone detection system to New York State as swarms of unidentified flying objects popping up in the tri-state area continue to leave experts perplexed. Get out of here.
What the hell's going on out here?
I don't know. A lot of drones. That's what they sound like, right? Sounds like a date I was on with a fat girl in high school. Gross down there. This is what's bothering me. I sent a Gutfeld joke for the month. It didn't make the air, but and it was. I said they finally found out what the drones was. It was Chris Christie owned them. I might have said it on the show. I don't know. And he was just trying to scope out a new pastry place on Ocean Boulevard, gather information with it. So that didn't make the air. But then I see on Trump, not Donald Jr., President Trump, on his X feed or whatever, his account. It's a meme with fucking Chris Christie, a bunch of drones in the air behind him carrying McDonald bags. Now, I don't know. I believe me, I always usually give the benefit of the doubt, but that's too specific. Something tells me, I could be wrong, somebody might have lifted that joke at Fox. I don't know. I mean, this is what you do. You tweak it. But it was the next day. It was like a day or two after. I think it was the very next day or over the weekend. But I had never read anything like that. Oh, we've been doing these stories for 2 weeks, these drone things. And all of a sudden, my joke's sort of rewritten. Apologies if I'm wrong. It's not like they're going to see this anyways, but I usually have it's because what I do. It's the only thing I know about in life, folks. I can tell when somebody's ripping somebody. Most comics can. You can tell when somebody's rewriting somebody else's shit and whatever. Might not be the case here, but I kind of think it is. I thought it was a pretty unique thought. Then maybe not. Despite the boost, Hochul said additional support was needed from Congress to help provide a greater resources. We are grateful to the Biden administration for their support, but ultimately we need further assistance from Congress passing the Counter UAS Authority, Security, Safety, and Reauthorization Act will give New York and our peers the authority and resources required to respond to circumstances like we face today, she says. Well, how about a couple of drunk Jersey guys with guns? Put them on the roof of their fucking house. This is hilarious. First of all, I believe it's our government. And there's a million theories out there. One guy just put one out this weekend, and he makes drones for a living. And I think he was a military guy. He had a pretty good guess on, you don't fly them at night unless you're doing like reconnaissance or whatever the fuck. And he thinks they might be looking for, what the fuck you call it? Nuclear stuff, dangerous weight, stuff like that could be used against us.
And soft targets.
And soft targets. Have you ever been to a soft target? You can shoplift, walk right out. That's a soft target. Anyways, there's a million theories. It's fun. And Also in the front paper yesterday, Joe Rogan's concerned about this theory that the guy, okay, so am I. Yes, I know he's fucking, he has a huge show, but the guy, it was a good theory, maybe. But the government knows, folks. They know. I don't know what their purpose is confusing us. Maybe that's it. Anyways, it's Christmas time. Hey, you guys want to support the show and get some snazzy merch? We have a whole new store with tons of new stuff. So grab a hat, hoodie, mug, t-shirt, baseball shirt, Nick DiPaolo plastic hips. Also, we are now shipping internationally, so check it out. If you're watching the free version of my show, you can now watch full episodes of my show, Louder with Crowder, and all exclusive Rumble content, ad-free with one subscription. Click on the link in the description, then click on any video to subscribe to Rumble Premium, promo code MUGCLUB, one word, and get $10 off annually. It's a great deal.
Hi, good night, everybody.